So first, you want to find a stick. Here's one, but it feels kind of rotted and it looks rotted, so not you. This one looks good right here. It's long, feels solid, cool. You got your stick. Alright, so now you're going to need a knife and then some sandpaper. We're going to take our knife and then our stick. We're just going to start getting all that nasty stuff off right into the trash. I'm just going to continue this till the stick is all the way clear of any of this nasty stuff. I finished getting all the excess bark off. I cut the ends off to make it nice and level. So now we're going to take the sandpaper and just get these ends really nice and flat so they don't look unkept, I guess. So here's this end compared to that end right there. Alright, so we have our stick pretty much nice and smooth. Alright, so we have our little stick pretty much finished up with the smoothing process. So this is what it looks like. We're going to screw in these little things into the wood. So if you have sustainably harvested your stick, it should be relatively easy to get them nice and screwed in here. So we're just going to press it and make a little indent. It's sticking out, and then you just want to turn from there. Got 2 in so far. So once you got all your little babies nice and screwed into your wood, we're gonna resin this. We got our 2 resins, so it's a 1-to-1 ratio. We have the hardener here and the resin here. We're gonna mix those two together in this little cup right here. You're gonna need a nice little paintbrush that, well, actually not a nice paintbrush. You want to use something that you don't love because the resin is going to ruin it. And then this to stir the resin with, and then we're just going to resin all over this. And because we're going with a silver kind of look, I'm going to use some silver sparkles to help give it some pizzazz, because I just love glitter. So, here we go. So now she's completely resined up, very wet. You don't want to touch it with your raw hand. So now we're gonna add the sparklies to it. So I just put these kind of on the side like that, and I'll dip my paintbrush in it and just go along. I use this kind of like fucked up cup to hold it. So that's nice. So we're just gonna go spread them on there. So pretty. I love glitter. There we go. So I can spin it around. I'm not gonna do the whole stick up, like with the glitter on it, just because I don't want to. There we go. Okay. I don't want to do the whole stick with glitter, just because I think it takes away, like, from the beauty of the stick itself when the entire thing is covered in glitter. And it just like it to be like a little accent, basically. Maybe add a bit of magic to it, yeah. To do more on the ends and kind of like give it a nice ombre effect here. Alright, so there's one end for you. Bring it out a little bit here. So magical. Alright, now we're gonna flip the ends. The best thing about these little things that you put on before you resin it is that you can help use it to hold the stick for you. Sometimes too you might need just a little bit more resin on here to help get that glitter solidly on. Oh, my stomach is getting hungry. So once you're satisfied with your glitter, you can find a place where it gets lots of airflow and you don't want it to be anywhere near where it's going to collect like dust, hair, or anything like that. I usually put this one, like when I do resin sticks, I put them on a high shelf, and you want to let it sit for 24 hours. But the best thing about this is that after you let it sit for 24 hours, you're ready to go. And in the meantime, you can make your crystal strings. So however you want to, put on those crystals and stuff like that. I'm gonna pick out some of these to hang from the stick. And then we're gonna get wire wrapping. So now you want to pick out your crystals and what you're gonna use. So I have like this beautiful dragon's tooth, and these are very beautiful little amethysts that we have right here. Or I can use any of these little aquamarine buttes. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, you can just start to formulate what you want to be dangling. So I'm going to go ahead and figure that out. So we're going to make the little strings that are going to be attached to our little sticky. So first we're going to want to start by wire wrapping this. To do that, you're going to want to take some wire. Duh. And you want to kind of like approximate how much you're going to need. I think this looks about right. You're going to need two little strands, and you're going to want to cut it. And we're going to cut this in the middle. They don't need to be exactly the same length, but just about. So we're going to take these two and we're going to bend them together, cross them over each other like that, and just twist. Alright, there you go, you have a good base. So now we're going to take our little rock. You want to figure out, where does it look good? I try to not wrap from the bottom all the time, just because I think it looks cuter when some of the rock doesn't have wire on it, especially when it gets thicker at the top or something. You're just going to twist the wire in the next location. You want to make sure it's really tight on the rock so that there's no like room for him to escape. This is a tumbled quartz crystal. That's why it's a little cloudy. I think it looks a little bit prettier with the little cloudiness added to it. We're going to take this one and do the same thing. Boop. And then these guys need to come together as well. You want to kind of smooth it all the way around the rock so that the wire looks flattering on your rock. And then because the wire is coming to an end, here I'm just going to twist a little bit all the way up. So it looks kind of like that, you know. And I will do the same thing here. On the other side. And now we're going to bring them over the top of the rock to meet. Boop. Over the top. Then we shall twist them together to secure our little rock. Like that. And you see like these. See, like right here where those are like not necessarily looking too cute. Take a little wire thing and squish them down so nobody's gonna get stabbed, and so you don't stab yourself. And then we're gonna make a little loop right about there. Boop. And so you loop that, and you take the wire things out and just hold the loop and then bend the excess wire down. This little wire, since nobody is going to be wearing this, just make sure that they're not super obvious and protruding. It's because it looks better. And now you're ready to attach your little string. So you're going to take his brethren. So this is what the other one looks like. You want to make him look the same. Boop. So we're going to take one of these little dudes right here. And open him up with your tweezers. sometimes they slide on my nails. So you have them opened, and now you want to connect this one. Oh, it's not opened enough. Oops. Let's try this again. Okay. No. Open that up all the way so that this one can climb on in. Come here. Get in there. Okay. So now this is in. And all you gotta do is put your little Rocky right here and then close the opening. Just like that. And now we're gonna take and add the little string. Alright, not the string. This is not string. This is a chain. So we're going to take and add the chain. You want it to match the same size as the sister or brother string. So we're going to measure that out. Make sure that it doesn't be the same-ish size. So we're gonna like about right there, and we're gonna cut it. Okay, boom. Yes, they're about the same size. We're gonna do the same thing with these. Grab one. And we're gonna attach it. So that means we gotta open it. Boom, just like that. Stick it on through. And then you also want to take this, stick it through. We're going to close it. And boom, we got it. So I've already made the other things that are going to be attached to this stick. So we're just going to go ahead and stick them on the stick. The stick has been chilling with the resin on it for about 2 days now, so it should be pretty much dry. So here we have our stick ready. All the resin is pretty much dry except like right here. So I'm just going to be aware of that. So this is how our layout probably is going to be looking. So this is the middle stone. She has rose quartz right here. Rose quartz on the end. We wire wrapped her. And you know, it's added these. So you take the chain off and then you just add some wire and you connect it to the ends and you stick your stones on and then wrap the wire around it, the ending of this chain. Back a little bit. No, that doesn't help. Oh well. Alright. And then we got these really pretty, sparkly quartz geode pieces. I'm gonna go here and here. So we're just gonna connect all of these pieces to our little screw-ins right there. All you're gonna need for that are these guys, these handy dandy little dudes right here. So I need 5. That's 4. We need 1 more. Sometimes to open them it helps if you just have two things so that you can easily do it. Connect it down here. Calm down. Close her up. Do the next one. Oh. Open this one up, like that. Stick her on. Sometimes it is a struggle out here. Alright, so we got them all on. Woo! Alright, this is a little tangled here. Alright, there we go. They're all lifting up, looking pretty. Alright, so next thing, right up to the finish line here, is going to be your cord. So I like to use a little bit of fox leather to hold everything together. If I can find it. It's over here. Okay. So some of this right here. I'm gonna tie one part of this to the end like this. It's nice when the resin is a little bit tacky still, because then it'll hold to your stick very well. and then probably do, or actually, I'm going to move this to the back a little bit. I forgot about that trick. Okay. So you don't want it to be too noticeable. So you want to double knot it a bit in the back. Sometimes I like to triple knot it if it's going to help me hold the rope in the direction that it needs to be flowing. So there we go. And however much you like to give to allow it to dangle nice and pretty, you'll cut it right about here to give some room for tying. You want to make sure it's about even with where you tied the other rope. And you got it. Easy. Though, you probably do want to trim your little end. I'm going to tie it one more time just for security. And then you're basically done. And you're ready to hang on your wall. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. Check her out. She's all hung up. And that's what your end product will look like. Pretty cute.